Thermohuman's really important for Cincinnati football because knowing that each individual athlete on our team is completely different in terms of their own physiology, their genetic makeup, the way that they're going to respond to how hard practice is, how frequent practice is, what kind of things we're doing in the weight room.
I think it helps, really get some insight on, how they're showing up after a game, throughout the week, and how, the rigors of the weight room and the rigors of practice are, affecting their body, and really gives us a lot of good insight on how we can kind of tailor a lot of the recovery protocols to their specific needs.
Thermohuman enables us to, in a matter of minutes, take pretty sophisticated but albeit simple image of the body, both front and back, and then again, within a matter of minutes, we have very physiological information about how your body is responding right here, right now.
A lot of what we're trying to accomplish is getting the body kind of like back to its, its state of like homeostasis. Thermohuman, platform and the software, it gives us kind of another tool, another way that we can look through a slightly different lens at kind of like their body and how they're reacting to all these different stimulus.
Thermography is going to alert us to imbalances in temperature, which is ultimately the response to training, whether that's a really hot temperature or actually the body will cool down in response to training a lot of the times.
We use it on a handful of injuries kind of across the spectrum, whether that was soft tissue injuries or, ankle joint injuries, that type of thing. But being able to see kind of like what that body part looks immediately following the injury, and then tracking that out over the course of 2-3 weeks to see how that is resolving, how the tissue temperatures are changing.
It's another piece of the puzzle. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle of trying to individualize how sports science is applied to each of our athletes. We're uniquely set up in a position where we collaborate exceptionally well. It's informing how we can then help our players stay on a positive trend in terms of physical development.
I think anytime you can give the athlete or the patient some really good feedback and some more importantly some visual feedback on the state of their body or the state of that injured body part, and then kind of help them make some visual sense of what we're going to try to do. I think that just makes their process and their understanding of what they're dealing with a little bit better. And I think if they understand it better and they can kind of see the results in real time, I just think it makes that whole process a little bit more efficient for them, and I think helps also kind of build trust with within kind of like the whole confines of what you're trying to accomplish.
We're really blessed at the Shakely facility to be able to have virtually everything we could possibly need from a recovery standpoint. So Thermohuman, as not just the tool and technology, but then the people that we have in place here at UC Football enable a very aligned implementation of something that is impacting our decisions every single day.